What's up guys, last year the LG G3 was released. This flagship phone was actually quite a hit for LG. So this phone was released to compete with the Galaxy S5, the HTC One M8 and others. The difference with this phone to its competitors was its 2560 by 1440 display, which was actually unheard of in a phone when released. To be honest with you, this display still demolishes more recent displays. This display is packed with more than 530 pixels per inch, which meant that it's actually in a league of its own. The only problem with packing so many pixels into a display is that it could have a negative effect on the battery life and the performance. Before we get to that, I would like to point out that this is a very beautiful phone. Yes, it may be plastic, however due to its brushed look on the back, it creates an illusion that it's made out of metal, which really pays off in terms of aesthetics. Also, the back is curved, which allows the phone to rest quite comfortably in your hand. Now in terms of the back button placement, at first I was like, wow, that's a stupid move. However, after a couple of days I found it more convenient and comfortable than any other phone, as your hands could rest in different positions without having to worry about accidentally pressing the lock button or the volume rocker if it was on the side. An advantage of having the button placement on the back allows to keep the profile of the phone really thin and also allows the bezels to be beautifully thin compared to other phones. It's a compact phone for its size, but don't get me wrong, it's still a really big phone. So the display. It's a 5.5-inch display, but it doesn't or feel it due to its extreme thin bezels. It is extremely sharp and significantly sharper than a 1080p display, and it's also very color accurate. However, it is more on the warm side when you compare it to a display which is on the HTC One M8. Because I'm a tech geek, I could immediately tell the difference between a Quad HD display and a 1080 display. However, in my opinion, if you asked a random person if they could tell the difference, I think they would say the G3 is slightly better just because of its thin bezels, which makes the phone look so much more elegant. Moving towards the back again, it has a removable back which gives you access to a removable 3000 mAh battery and a micro SD card slot for those of you that want to expand your storage. And with the battery life, I was actually quite impressed due to the amount of pixels that the display is pushing out. Now in terms of performance, the phone is a powerhouse and there's no doubt about it. However, many times I have experienced a sudden sluggishness when swiping through the home pages. However, it wasn't something crazy where you would think of getting a new phone. In fact, after using an aftermarket theme, I noticed that the sluggishness was completely gone, which would come down to the stock launcher that could be clustered with LG's bloatware. Now concluding this video, as the LG G4 has been released, a lot of you may still have this device because you may be tied into a contract or just because of the fact that you love it. Getting to the bottom line of this, yes, if you wanted the latest and greatest specs, then it makes sense upgrading, which also means digging out for another couple of £100. However, if you're just an everyday moderate user, then there's really no need for an upgrade. Anyways guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and my vlog/entertainment channel if you haven't already. Be sure to hit the like button and drop a comment down below. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.